Can you hear me okay? So I'm doing a scavenger hunt, and one of the things on the scavenger hunt I can show you is about getting an officer to sit on your bike and take a photo. Is that something I could convince you to do?
What's happening, guys? Back at it again today, headed down to Columbus, Ohio to do an event down there run by Central Ohio Grom Squad. Super excited. It's a scavenger hunt. You pretty much just grab your friends and mob around the city. So we're gonna go explore and just see what we can get into and try not to get in trouble. I got the Grom in the back and we got about an hour left, so super stoked. Let's get into it.
When we arrived at Iron Pony to check in, we basically got a map that had all these different points that you can see here with different coordinates and the rough locations. You can pick and choose your route based on where you wanted to go, and we kind of didn't know the area, so we just opted to make our route based on what we thought would be cool. And then on the backside, there was all these other random things that could happen during your route to these places, whether that be take a picture with a cop or take a picture with a chicken or all these other fun things. So before sending us all off, Matt, the owner of the event, went ahead and gave us the rundown on how things should run, the do's and don'ts of what we should and shouldn't do. One of the things that were very important was not to get arrested or not to get in trouble, thrown in the back of a police car, you know, the basic stuff of I'm not liable for what you do. So we went over that. And then we also covered when you take a photo, which is very important, you have to include all of your team, less the one person taking the photo, as well as all of the bikes, which made getting some of the challenges very hard, like the 50-yard line.
All right, guys, main thing is just to have fun, try and explore as much as you can, and yeah, let's go.
So we are headed out right now. First step is we're gonna shoot to get some random stuff. So there's one to get a picture with a food truck. There's a couple with cones on your head, random stuff like that. So many people.
I teamed up with a good friend of mine, Jeff Way, and his wife, Liz. They were riding a Goldwing trike. I was on my CBR 300 Honda Grom.
So right here we have the American flag, one of the things that we have to find on our scavenger hunt. And this is what we do is send it to a Facebook group chat that he gets, the owner that puts on the event, Matt Carroll. And then we have to have all bikes in the photo, and we also have to have all of the members less one person that's taking the photo. So we just did the American flag and Sheldon, which is a picture with a dog, getting creative with it. That is Jeff's dog that has since passed. Sheldon was an awesome, awesome dachshund. So now we're heading over to the food truck, photo with the food truck, which obviously all these people, oh no, it's a real dog. We could have got oh, just kidding. Sheldon was a real dog. It's fine. Everyone is going to that food truck. What's nice is all the other teams, well, I shouldn't say all of them. Some of them have bigger bikes, but we have the ability to go on the highway versus a lot of these smaller guys do not. This food truck guy probably hates his life. Like, what are all these bikes doing in front of my trailer? Oh, gang. So the other one, they were doing a state testing course over here, and we have to get cones on our heads is one of the photos. So we're gonna go do that really quick. I love that in the launch meeting, Matt had said, oh, I didn't even have permission to get here, or to be here, and we're all just like mobbing around, just doing dumb shit. Oh, that thing's nice. And I love that color on those Subarus. One of the things is a photo with cones on your head. Started out at Iron Pony in Columbus. Place is huge. If you're in the Columbus area or just greater Ohio area, this place has everything. I walked inside earlier to go to the bathroom before we started, and oh my God, so much gear. Like if you ever need to try something on, it's wicked. This guy's over here trying to convince somebody to take a photo with him. Oh man, he's like, please, come on, just do it. And part of this, oh man, so cool. So we're out just kind of mobbing Columbus. We have destinations to go to, but largely it's find this random thing, take a photo with it, and get to our next destination. It's so weird being behind a trike. They are so wide. Obviously, I knew that, but just to actually ride beside one. Woo! It is windy. Oh my God. Did somebody already break down? No way. I don't think that's one of us. There's no way somebody already broke down. That'd be wild. And I'm glad he knows where he's going, because I have no idea. Oh, big one! Ah! All right. getting off the highway here. Whew, so windy. This event is so cool. I mean, we're only a couple of stops in, but really cool just to kind of hoon around town and find a bunch of things that you don't know really what you're looking for or where you're at. I don't come to Columbus hardly ever, so this is really cool. Really, really cool. We're currently going to go somewhere over here to the Brewdog place, snap a photo. I think I saw a place back there that had the dump truck. There was a dump truck, so it's like a rental place we might be able to talk to. And then I got to try to convince a couple strangers to do some weird stuff. We'll see how that goes. I think this is Pickerington, maybe? I don't know. He's got the address on his phone. I'm just kind of following for the ride. The nice thing is with the trike, Liz on the back, she can take photos and just kind of look around. She's holding her map, so she's like, you can see her up there scanning around so she can see anything. Versus me and Jeff are a lot more like focused on the road. So we kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't call it cheating because she's one of our team, but man, she can stay a lot more vigilant in doing that, which is super awesome. Brewdog, I think this is where we want to go. Man, this place is massive. Holy crap. There's a bucket truck. So part of this is you got to look around at what you're doing. Oh, he's smart. Parking way out here so we can take a photo. That's really smart, so we don't actually have to go up there. Whew. I'm gonna get off and stretch a little bit. Give it one of these, give it one of these. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, he gets it. Thanks for coming along on this adventure. Largely, I don't know where I'm going, nor do you. So I appreciate you sticking around and watching. If you're new here, you rock. If you're not, you rock too. Everybody rocks. Thanks. Okay. She's like, I gotta turn. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just talking to myself. That thing sounds really good. I'd have never thought. It's kind of got a little bit of a rumble to it. Little Goldwing trike. I shouldn't say little. I'm little. What's little about that thing? I'm on a Grom, baby. This is little. So while you're riding this, what's kind of cool is you're constantly going through the list. You try to memorize it before you start, and you're like, oh, I got to find a dump truck. I got to find a cop. I got to find traffic cones, which we already got. And imagine putting one of those on your head, because the whole thing was you had to get a traffic cone on your head. So that never would have happened. I would have been standing inside of it. But you're trying to go through this list, trying to figure out, like, how can I incorporate this list of random things into the hunt of whatever I'm actually going to through the coordinates. So it makes it really fun, especially if you don't know the area. I feel like if you did, it would still be fun, but it just adds to that because largely I don't know where I'm going, and that's part of the fun of it. You're just kind of getting lost doing this stuff with your friends and making great memories, and that's what riding is all about. If not for memories, why are you out riding? Come on. So as we're en route to our another destination, we're taking the highway here, and I want to take this moment to make a PSA. If you're riding a small bore bike on the highway, make sure you're very careful about going over the bridges. So when you're riding in a car, you notice that within the car tracks, each side, there's wheels on the road. And you go over a bridge, and there's always like a little divot right before, the little potholes. Avoid those at all costs, because you will get sent up into the stratosphere if you're on a small bike doing that. PSA rant over. What a beautiful day. It's Target! I think we're going to Target. Is it one of... God, it would be so nice to have an intercom. They do not have them. Tyler, this is directly pointed at you. I hate you for not doing this event for me. Tyler normally does all motorcyclical stuff with me, but he's coming back from Europe. He was out there for his honeymoon and whatnot, so I do not blame him one bit. But I still am mad! I gotta look back at the list and see what exactly is on that, because I already kind of forget. We'll figure it out. There's so many things on there, it's really easy to displace what you were actually doing, because we're just riding, and then you're like, oh, there's that thing, or there's a cop. As soon as we find a cop, we got to get him on the bike. That's points. Construction workers, I think there's like a government worker, or city worker, or something that counts as well. Where are we actually going? AMA. Oh, the motorcycle. Ah, he gets it. So one of the points is Motorcycle Museum. So we are coming here, snapping a photo. We got to get the points. Got to do really well. And I also noticed there was ice cream on the list, like something about a photo with ice cream or with your team holding ice cream or something. So there will be ice cream consumption, because what is a motorcycle ride without ice cream? And you're getting points for it. So that's really dope. Oh, and there's brick. Nice. Brick is one of the challenges on a brick road. So just like one of these, one of those. Huh, huh. Brick down.
Well, I was thinking, if we go into Target and get a pink Matchbox, a purple Matchbox, an airplane, and a helicopter, and put them on the bikes and take pictures.
Yep. That knocks off like 4 or 5 things. You guys already know how I love getting random people to ride my stuff. So part of the challenge is There is a couple in there with getting police officers, someone wearing camo, and a couple other like random people on your bikes. So really in for that. If I see anyone with camo in Target, this is going to be a thing. I don't know if I need to bribe them or something like that, but we are currently headed over to Target right now because that's one of the things, pictures with a target, but I think that can be misconstrued into like a target bullseye, so like a shooting range or anything like that. But we're going to take it literal and head to the actual target. And there's also, again, kind of loopholes. A couple of those points are to get a picture with a pink car and I think like a neon green car or something like that. So, you know, we're going to go ahead and have creative freedom with that and find some Hot Wheels cars. Yeah, I'm that weird guy that's walking through Target with my helmet on, but I got to capture everything. It's fine. So Jeff here is on a mission. he is going, you know. Finding a couple things. We have a helicopter or a plane. We got a couple Matchbox cars. Like I said earlier, we can go and get pictures with cars, but why would we do that when we can just go to Target? And then everything that we buy here, we're going to donate to Toys for Tots, or I think some with their church and stuff. And then we also have pet toys and leashes and things like that as part of the scavenger hunt. So we will donate those to the actual event, and then they take it to their local dog shelter, which is really cool.
One, and then we kill 2 birds, yes.
Take another look at the map here. Photo with a dump truck. So like this is impossible. A photo of an Amish person sitting on a bike. You're never gonna get an Amish guy or girl on a motorcycle, so you almost have to get them on their actual bikes while they're riding or something. Columbus? I don't think I've ever seen an Amish person here, so we can kind of throw that one out the window. Person wearing camo sitting on a bike. So that can be interpreted as a bicycle, motorbike. Brick road we already got. Purple and pink car. Hot Wheel Land. Where is Hot Wheel Land? I don't know. Who shops at Target for Hot Wheels? I'm a normal person. Yes, Hot Wheels right here. So what we are looking for is a purple car and a pink car. Oh, that's sweet. Anyways, sidetracked. Purple car, pink car. Man, have you ever found a pink Hot Wheels? Why is this so hard? How do they not have purple cars? There's one. That's not a car though, that's a crocodile. Crocodile or car? Man, Hot Wheels, you guys gotta get it together. I don't understand why it's so hard to get a pink car. I mean, that one's close. Don't mind me, just a grown man looking through the Barbie section. This is fine. Currently leaving Target, and we are heading up to Gahana. One of the coordinates says, take a photo in front of Creekside. Largely do not know what Creekside is, but we're gonna find out. And I'll tell you what, I am so jealous. They have cup holders? What is that like? What is that like? Have all the storage. He's got 2 boxes, he's got helmets, my backpack's in there. For once, I get to ride around without a backpack on. This is fantastic. The coolest part about this event is not knowing at all what you're getting into. You are going in blind. I don't know what I'm doing here. What are we doing here? We're just traveling around, enjoying the ride, trying to find things that we don't even know exist. So we made it to Gahana, however you say that, and are currently trying to find Creekside, whatever that might be. I'd assume it was some sort of, I don't know, literal. I took it literal, Creekside. So we will see. Maybe it's a party place, a pavilion, an actual creek park, I guess. I don't know. Big guy on a little bike. I largely do not have confidence that he knows where he's going. Creekside, where are you? And I don't know how this is supposed to take us to wherever we're going, but we will soon find out, I guess. We might get super lucky and see a boat in somebody's driveway, in which case we could do the checkpoint with the boat, pull right up in their driveway and be like, hey, I'm just here for the photo, okay, bye. Gahana Golf Club. I always thought that was kind of strange. Golf club. Why do they call it a club? I mean, I get that it's a place, it's a club, but the fact that a golf club is a quite literal golf club is very confusing to me. Because then, if you have a golf club, what if you had a club about golf clubs? Then it would be a golf club. That'd be my kind of club. Oh, I was wondering, why are we going here? She saw golf carts. Jesus Christ, blurred out in front of me. This is how we die. This is how we die.
That was scary.
I saw it.
You know what we're here for.
I saw, yeah, I got confused, and then as you guys almost died, I was like, oh, it's for those things.
Oh, I know.
Now I know.
Golf cart.
That was super easy. All we had to do was almost get hit.
Yeah, and then he looked at me like, what were you doing driving on the road?
Yeah, why are you behind me? Man, that is terrifying. We were just driving not fast through a parking lot. Does this guy not hear a motorcycle coming? Come on, and just steps on the gas, like. And that is what's so cool about this event, as I'm learning, is you have a point that you're trying to get to, and then surprise, hey, let's pull in here, let's take a picture with that thing, or there's one of these back there, let's bust a Yui. Like, super fun and just keeps you very alert. Like I said, we kind of have the cheat code. Liz is on the back. It says sonar, just looking around. She doesn't have to pay attention to the road. Whereas me and Jeff, like you just saw, have to try not to die. So that's cool. So Gahana's a pretty nice place. I don't know, pretty for the little bits that we've seen of it so far. Never been here at all. Probably won't ever come back. However, I don't know, like there's this cool little walk thing over here. It'd be fun to take my daughters, my wife, the girls. They're all girls. My life is dominated by women. So we just found Creekside. That's an event center. Luckily, I was looking up when we were driving this way and happened to bust a Yui and pull in here. So we got Creekside, and now we're on to the next place. Should be right down the road. I just cannot get over the cup holder thing. I need to put a cup holder on this. Not that I'm ever going to be actively drinking while I'm riding, but just to have it and never have to like reach back to my book bag or constantly have the water weight on me. I could just throw it on my handlebars or something. But somebody would probably be like, oh, that's not cool. That looks really dumb. I don't really care. It's functional, okay? The memorial post. Neat. Jeff just said he was driving around with his heated seat on. Bro, it's like 90 right now. It'd be so hot. Your butt would be sweating. Ugh. Swamp butt. On an 8-hour day of riding? No way. Not a chance, dude. I'd be riding around in my boxers, not even caring. Not even caring. That'd be suck. Liz had mentioned that she thought she saw a pool or something up here, so we're gonna go see. One of the things is get a picture with your bikes at the pool. So wherever that is, we'll see if we can get close enough. Even if it's in the background, I don't care. If we can count it, as long as it's in the photo, that's what matters. So we don't have to, you know, ride our bikes into the pool, just as long as we're at the pool or near the pool. Creekside Green. Oh, you know what's awesome? If they have a pool, maybe not, maybe she didn't know. But if we find somewhere with a pool, chances are they also have pickleball or tennis courts, which we also need. Oh, picture with a deer. Nailed it. Getting all the points. Getting all the points, yeah. So we got a bunch of points so far. He does everything through Facebook Messenger, which is kind of cool because as soon as you send a photo in, he can tally it up and then he gives you your points total there. So you get kind of a piece by piece total every time you send in a photo. Gahana swimming pool, look at that. Now how close can we get? Good find. Ah, we'll just take it in front of the sign. Yep, that's the way to do it.
Brown.
Yeah, that should be fine.
The yellow. Okay, all right, hold on. Airplane.
Airplane! Nice! Way up there. Just tell him to zoom in really far and he'll see an airplane way up in the sky. Zipplane! There must be an airfield, but yeah, just hit the swimming pool. Now we're gonna head out to a botanical garden. It's about 5 miles away. We really have the luxury of taking highway. I feel like we're at a great advantage over a lot of these smaller bikes because we kind of chose to do the east side of Columbus. We're not even really going into downtown. There's a slew of things that are downtown. You gotta pick your spots strategically because all the downtown stuff, the scores are way lower versus the stuff that's farther out is much higher. So for example, the first stop we went to was, I want to say like 11 or 1,000 points, 1,100 or 1,000 points. And all the downtown stuff is only 300, maybe 400. So you have to go to 4 different places for the same stop that we got in one. So in my mind, it makes a lot more sense. I don't know. We'll see. See if we can place. It is hot. All black, black on black. Getting really sweaty. It's like having AC, a wet AC under my jacket. Gross. Come on, light, please change. It's nice having him in front of me. Oh my God, some of these times you're sitting at these lights like, please change. My little old Grom cannot change these lights. But thankfully, he can. That thing's a lot bigger than me. The cool thing about this event is you don't have a specific route that you're taking. So every team can take their own route based on where they want to go and where they don't. And so you run into a bunch of people along the way, or you don't. It's really just decided on how you do it. This is Franklin Park Conservatory. I can't remember if we got to get a picture at the park or the conservatory or how that works, but maybe with just the front sign would be fine. So we'll just go ahead and shoot for that and see what happens. So now we're going to go to some mansion that's on the list. It says it's only like 0.3 miles away or something. And then conveniently enough, when you plug in that mansion on GPS, it also tells you that 0.1 miles from that mansion is pickleball courts, which is also one of the things is photos of the bikes at pickleball courts. I don't really know if that's on the courts. As if you're never going to find a pickleball court that's not being played on by a bunch of old people, because pickleball is just all the rage now with geriatrics. Norfolk and Western Railway. Another one is a train, a picture of a train. So maybe, depending on where we end up, if this runs parallel with where we're going, we might be able to find a train off of that, which would be super cool. Is that a mansion? It's a big building. Man, it looks like a freaking castle. That's crazy. Let's go find a mansion. The architecture here is beautiful. Like, look at that. Wow. This is Bexley. Oh, I've heard of Bexley. Bexley is a very uppity neighborhood. I've heard of this place. I've never been here, but it's very evident that it very much is that way. I love when you start to get into some of these cities. All of the houses get super big, and they preserve the old-time feel of that. Like, that is not a new house. That has been around a very long time. That is massive, well-constructed, with materials that are just... When you think about today's construction processes and, like, what is a 2x4 versus a literal 2x4 before, and it's just everything has been shrunken down to reduce cost and just make it easier to work with, to where things are smaller, things are more expensive. Even though the whole idea was to reduce cost, it didn't actually happen that way, of course. So Jeffrey Park, we're going in here. Dang, they got a whole water slide. What the crap? Why do people play pickleball, honestly? Play tennis. It's better for you. Better health advantages. Well, that's cool. If you like not running, I guess. It's got a photo with this massive mansion. Can you imagine having so much FU money that you're like, I'm just gonna build this house with 30 bedrooms and live in one of them? Like, Jesus. Again, with the FU money, can you share, please? But this is generally what Bexley's known for, is these giant estates, essentially. It's just generational wealth. Like, even that, it's old. It's not like anything crazy, but to me, a normal person, working middle class, if you want to consider that, like, we're never going to afford that stuff. So it's just wild to see it exist, but the perseverance, the preserving of that, I don't even know if that's a word. Man, I do math. That's it. Everyone's got gates and shit for their houses. Like, oh my God. Then you got this guy. This guy feels like the poorest person on the block, and I'm sure that house is still like $1 million because it's really big. It's just flat. That is one thing I never quite understood, is sinking that much money into a house. And I get it if you want to build your house or whatever, but unless you're using every room, in my mind, like, why do it? You're paying more in taxes, you're paying, just everything about it is more expensive. Utilities cost more. It doesn't hold its value. I mean, generally speaking, anything I'd say 200,000 to 300,000 will always appreciate in price, because it's lower and it has room to appreciate. And that is a train. That is a train. We need to get a photo with that. Oh, look at that. We're gonna beat it too, and it's coming this way. Perfect. Extra points by coincidence. So that's another thing. A lot of the things that you're gonna run into on this route is just random stuff like that. Hey, I'm gonna break over here really quick. I'll get back with you. I just want to see if that officer's in his car. Question for you. So I'm doing a scavenger hunt, and one of the things on the scavenger hunt I can show you is about getting an officer to sit on your bike and take a photo. Is that something I could convince you to do? I understand. Okay, that's why I asked. Thank you. So there was a guy back there And I was like, hey, doing the scavenger hunt, I'd love for you to do this for me. He's like, we don't do that. Like, I tried. Such a cool event. I never would have thought getting lost like this, just going random places and doing things would be so fun. But I'm definitely gonna have to adapt this in some way for when I do my hunt in Tennessee. It's a lot more loose to where you're just kind of find stuff, which is more true to what a scavenger hunt is. So it's less of a specific route and you make your route. So it makes it fun. It's all based on where you want to go and you can pick and choose. You don't have to do everything, or you can do everything, which is really cool. And it also kind of curates a different experience for whoever's doing the event, because whatever you're getting into is what you want to get into versus you being forced to take a solo route that was determined for you. Look at that. Who would have thought White Castle has a headquarters? That building, if you would combine all of the White Castles together, financially, it may equal that building. Probably not. It's probably still like $5 million more than what all the White Castles would be together. So we are headed over to OSU right now. There's 4 or 5 stops near the campus or on campus that we'll have to find. So we opted for this because we were in the Bexley area, kind of coming over. There's checkpoints all throughout Columbus. So you have like northeast, northwest, south. And we kind of opted for the eastern side and up more north. So that way we're not spending time going back and forth and back and forth. We felt like it was a good use of our time if we are effectively kind of staying in one quadrant of the map. Rather than wasting a lot of time driving, we can focus on going to the destinations we need to within a certain area and hopefully maximizing points. It's so cool doing stuff like this. I would never come here. There's no reason for me to be right here. So it just makes it fun. Big skyscrapers. I come from a place with tiny little towns, people with pitchforks, nothing like this. So completely different thing. Get me out of my normal realm of what I know. Just get out and ride, make memories. So we are officially on OSU campus, and that is a wicked, I'm assuming that's a dormitory, but man, why would you shape it like that? You're wasting so much space. Just make it a normal shape. What are you thinking? Oh, that's the OSU stadium we're looking for. So we have to find the main gate for OSU. Checkpoint specifically says we need to get a picture at the main gate. So I don't know if it's on that side, or maybe we should ask somebody if they want to actually talk. Yeah, stop and ask somebody. Oh, yeah. All right, yeah, the OSU picture. Sweet. You guys rock. Thank you. Appreciate it. And case in point, by having a team, I completely forgot about that checkpoint. So if you want to call it task or checkpoint, they just stopped them. I thought she was going to ask them for directions, which she did eventually, but you know, they just needed to have an OSU something on, which here we are. It was perfect. Wow, that's really cool. I've never been here either, but that is wicked. This place is massive. I mean, I get that it's a stadium or whatever, but thumbs up for the photo ops. Thumbs up for the photo ops. Thumbs up for the photo ops. So again, me being the Grom mini mobber that I am, I would have bombed this thing right up there, but you know, not trying to get tickets and stuff, I understand. And then when somebody called the cops, it would have been great, because I would have been like, yeah, I'm on a scavenger hunt. Sit on my bike so I can take another photo. So the next stop we're trying to make it to is called Numbers Garden. The problem is when you enter in Numbers Garden on Google Maps or Google, nothing really comes up. So we just picked what we thought might work, and we're gonna see if we can. Might actually stop and ask some random person, see if they can help us, somebody that actually like knows this area. Because like all these people just walking around, they'd have to know, right? You'd think. This is a really cool campus. I have never been down here. Obviously OSU is massive, so I would hope it's cool given that it's been here for a gajillion years. It's cool to finally actually ride through it. Oh, sneaky. That's a number garden. That makes sense. But you're not going to see that. It's not like a specific monument, but it's a number garden in OSU. That is sneaky. This is why I like mini bikes. He's back here trying to turn that thing around, and I'm over here like, let's go up there and just jump off of it. Next up, Mirror Lake. It says it's, I think, about 0.7 miles, or maybe he said 7 minutes. I don't know. Something with a 7. It's 7 away. We're going to go that way, take a photo at the lake, because why not? What are those things?
Delivery robot.
What? They deliver you food?
Yeah.
Oh, he just ran into the other one. That's wild. They're not perfect. These little guys deliver you food. Look at him. What are you doing, little guy? Look, he's even got eyeballs. How cool. Those are so cool. Man, you want to talk about technological advance. Robots that deliver stuff to you. Like, what is that? I get that OSU is super populated, all the foot traffic and all that stuff, but those robots will just bring you stuff. I'm assuming it's food or, I don't know, maybe little groceries or... I cannot believe that. They are so cool. I want one to deliver me things, not even because I need anything, but just because why not? Oh no, it's another one. He's crossing the road, don't hit him. He's a little shy. Oh, these little robots are everywhere. He actually made it safely. You know what that reminds me of? Have you ever seen a turtle try to cross the road? That guy is way bigger than a turtle. And let me tell you, these things have to get hit. I guarantee you. What does that look like? Probably a smashed turtle. Same thing. It's just bigger. And it makes more of a crunch and it messes up your car more. Little delivery robots. Oh look, there's more of them. They're so cute. Oh, off-road robots. He's like, all right, it's safe to cross the road. Go on, little guy, you can make it. You can do it. You can do it. Just open up your eyes. Make sure you get over that bump. Oh, what a cool advance in technology. I wonder if it'll give me a high five. Come on, little buddy. High five me. Give me a high five. Wow. You go on number 240. Get your delivery where it needs to be. Your work here is very noble. The last stop in OSU is the historic Columbus Crew Stadium. I love when you see sidewalk closed signs, as if I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to walk on this sidewalk, that there's a barricade around. Please tell me. I'm sure at some point somebody was like, yeah, let me just jump this barricade. Oh my god, I hate people. Don't miss college, man. Went to school for aerospace engineering, and while I loved my education, the college experience just was not for me. Granted, I was a commuter, but you're just spending a boatload of money for me to ultimately never use my degree that I dropped out a year before. So obviously I couldn't use my degree, but I dropped out a year before and started now 4 or 5 businesses. I'm my own self-made kind of entrepreneur, if you want to call it that, or business owner, serial business owner. I just largely feel there is no value for most schooling. I get if you want to be a doctor or I want to do this. I was not one of those people. Something that interested me was engineering, so obviously I dabbled in that a little bit, but for the most part, you know, it was a waste of my time. It was just a massive waste of money, and I'm still paying back my loans that I've paid now, what, $20,000 or $30,000 into my debt, and I still owe basically the same amount I owed 15 years ago. So that's my rant for that. Don't mind me just doing Grom stuff. This is fine. Columbus Crew, historic stadium. Ah, there's Groms coming out, which means there's a beach over here. Which means that is the right place where we're going. Awesome. Beach closes at sunset. So somewhere down in here, there are volleyball courts, hopefully. You would think, because that's where they came from, or they made the same mistake, so we will quickly find out. What's up, guys? Woo! This is a blast. Have you guys done this before?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Man, so cool.
You guys doing good?
I think so. Who knows? We'll see. Only one way to find out. Save the best for last. The ice cream.
Right.
Yes. One of the spots. Checkpoint is to take a picture holding ice cream. And man, we've had a lot of time to ride today. Probably put on at least 300-400 miles. Riding from 10 a.m. until it's 5 now. And we are gonna go feast on some ice cream. I was so excited about the ice cream that I didn't even take the camera in. It was so good. Puppy chow. Let me tell you, you need to come to Little Lady's Soft Serve in Westerville, Greater Columbus area. I had a puppy chow sundae. So it had like puppy chow on top and in the bottom with peanut butter ice cream, hot fudge, peanut butter syrup, just, everything about it. So we were winding down the day. That was officially our last stop, and it was just a blast. This event, so cool to be able to just experience things that you don't really know what you're getting into. I'm excited to hear kind of who won. I am hopeful it's us, but largely I think this event is faced with a lot of locals, so we are at a severe disadvantage in the first place. It's been really nice to get the Grom out. I've been so focused on the Ruckus lately, the E-Ruck. Get this thing some love, put on, what, probably 400 miles today. Hopefully you guys had a lot of fun kind of watching along as we were riding it. It's been a long day, so I will definitely cut up a lot of this to make it a lot more user-friendly. It's been a blast, and super excited to see where we land up in the standings. I love it. This little kid's just looking at me. It's so cool to think that one day that little kid is going to be older and he might want to ride motorcycles. And you could potentially be a role model for that kid. That's huge. Imagine that feeling of being a positive role model for somebody else to get into something that they love. The best feeling ever. Whew, what a day. Gonna get this thing loaded up in the truck and go see what we might have won. This dude towed his Grom with a gold wing. So awesome. It's pretty much an embodiment of this entire event. It's just all about making memories.
First place gets a plaque that says, 2024 final hunt, and then they get to choose whatever color water bottle they want. Third place with 47,500 points is Team Grom Noodles. The camo and the tie-dye, they weren't sitting on the bikes. If they were sat on the bikes, she would have been right there. So you fucked yourself on that one. Second place had 51,300 points. First place had 52,200 points. So that is a 900 point difference. Second place is in first.
You got me fucked up.
51,000.
Hey, we can't win every single one of these. Team
Congrats.
Just so you know, sell all your bikes and get you.
Have you been in his garage? Thank you everybody for meeting. And who knows, I might do it again.
What a day. Oh my gosh. I am beat. That was a lot of riding and we did not do good at all. We were so optimistic. We had like 3,300 points, I think. The top team was well over 5,000. That's crazy. I mean, it was a blast. Didn't get squat for it except for some good memories, but would I do it again? Absolutely. And I'm excited to take what I learned here today and kind of apply that into the Smoky Mountain Small Bore Rally hunts. So thanks for joining, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.